From the Danakil Depression
to the Cave of the Crystals.
These are
5 alien places.
If there's anywhere on Earth that doesn't seem like it belongs here, it has to be the Danakil Depression. What appears to be an alien planet is actually a crater from a volcanic explosion that happened over 20 million years ago. The unearthly setting in Ethiopia is caused from iron oxide, salt, sulphur, and other minerals. Other small pools contain toxic chemicals, but in the end, it's become quite colorful, as you can tell from this photo. A moon in our solar system that some claim could host alien life has large deposits of sulfur dioxide. After taking a look at satellite images of Io and at the Danakil Depression, you can imagine that it would look very similar to this on the surface. National Geographic even called this place the cruelest place on Earth, and it's located 328 feet below sea level. There used to be a settlement in this location, but it was abandoned after mining a few tons of salt here. Ethiopia is already a difficult place to live, but then you throw places like the Danakil Depression in the mix, and you gotta wonder how anyone survives here. With an average of 121 degrees at this location, people just want to get a few things and get the heck out. The landscapes on this place are simply alien-like on many different levels. The Dallol sulphur springs emit a horrifying odor, and they make up a huge part of the Danakil Depression in Ethiopia. You can probably make a trip here to check it out, but don't plan on staying too long. If you came here, it would almost look as if you landed on a galaxy far, far away, or even in our own solar system. Possibly the lowest and hottest place on Earth, the water underneath the ground is extremely hot, salty, and toxic. Jupiter's moon Io is said to be active with many different volcanoes. If we look here, there seems to be molten, bubbling deposits of sulfur just about everywhere you go. What makes this place even more alien-like is that researchers were able to find extremophiles living in these harsh conditions, suggesting that there could be life out there somewhere.
4. Superman, one of the most beloved heroes of all time, is technically an alien since he came from the planet Krypton. In the comics, his fortress of Solitude, which is located in the Arctic, provides a safe haven for him and his super friends. Depicted as a large cavern filled with enormous crystals from end to end, the design for this cavern is one that bases itself far from reality. Fortunately for us, there is a real-life counterpart that even a Kryptonian would be proud of. Located in Naica, Chihuahua, Mexico, lies Cueva de los Cristales, or Cave of the Crystals. This limestone cavity is covered in awesome crystals, which are said to be some of the largest natural crystals ever found. The breathtaking site was discovered in the year 2000 by Industria Españoles, Mexico's second largest mining company. Because of their need to pump away water for their own operations, the caves that were originally flooded soon became accessible. As wonderful as this place is, it sure is a difficult one to persist in. With the humidity reaching up to 99% and an air temperature of 130 degrees Fahrenheit, 58 degrees centigrade, very little of the cave has actually been explored. The Cave of Crystals is a rare sight that can fill anyone up with amazement. But before anyone gets the idea of establishing headquarters here, Industria Españoles has ceased operations in the area, causing the cavern to be submerged once again.
3. Located in Western Africa, amongst a portion of barren desert in the Sahara, sits this geological formation that looks like some sort of alien creation or a reincarnation of the Eye of Sauron. You can't see it from the ground, which is why we didn't see it until we started sending people into space. In 1965, the Gemini 4 mission, which was a 4-day orbit around the Earth, took some shots of our planet and discovered the Eye of the Sahara. It measures 25 miles wide and is almost perfectly circular. NASA would use the eye for years as a landmark to navigate. At first, scientists guessed it was an impact crater, but were never really sure. That was eventually thrown out due to the eye's flat middle and lack of shock-altered rock. Now, the prevailing theory amongst experts is that it was formed slowly over time through a process called differential erosion. Some ancient alien theorists feel that it could be a bullseye lasered into the Earth by extraterrestrials for when they want to either attack or land on the planet, hopefully the latter. They point to the fact that it's one of the most visible parts of Earth's surface from space. Also, it has the most perfectly circular shape out of any landmass on the planet. So, what do you think? Crazy natural formation? Or yet another potential sign of extraterrestrial life on the planet?
2. Wait a minute, did someone say Chocolate Hills? I gotta be honest, the only reason I chose to tell you guys about this is because I'm hungry. Jokes aside, the chocolate hills in the Bohol region of the Philippines are so immaculately placed, it's hard to believe that they are a real, earthly place. They look like they could be small alien living pods or a rainforest from another planet. The term chocolate and chocolate hills comes from the way the perfectly shaped hills turn brown during the dry season. There are many places on the planet where mountains or dunes overtake vast amounts of land, but none like this. For the most part, they all appear to be around the same height and size. They cover 50 square kilometers of gorgeous green Philippines territory, ranging anywhere from 30 to 120 meters high. The grass-covered limestone mounds have been surrounded with many theories as to where they came from and how they were formed. To be honest, scientists and geologists still don't have a concrete answer as to who, what, where, and why. Folklore and rumors say that they were formed by giants during a big boulder fight. Other theories suggest that the hills were burial grounds of ancient rulers here. But if that were the case, then why have they remained untouched? Wouldn't historians and archaeologists just be nipping at the bits to get their shovels into these formations? What do you think?
Take a closer look. Even though it may look like alien space craters, it's actually a volcano. It contains 3 smaller crater lakes in different colors. Due to a chemical reaction contained inside the lake, the colors change periodically. Last year, between January and November, it was reported that the colors changed 3 times. The westernmost of the 3 lakes is named the Lake of Old People, while the other 2 are named Lake of Young Men and Maidens and Enchanted Lake. They are separated by a crater and have attracted geologists from all over the world. Not only is it an amazing tourist spot, but the steam-driven eruptions are an amazing sight to see. But those wishing to journey to the volcano's crest must do so in sunrise, and during this time, the volcanoes are covered in mist. By mid-afternoon, the fog is usually gone, but remember to hike back before the sun sets, as it can get pitch black at night. Some people have made the mistake of following an unofficial trail around the lake's rim. Loose volcanic rock are known to collapse and even strike people, causing them to fall. And for those who plunge into the lake, do not come out alive. Even though the volcano and the lakes are obscure outside of Asia, many people believe Kilauea to be a magnificent piece of nature, and who can disagree?